6 people have been killed in motor accidents in various parts of the country. Police said fatal accidents have been reported from the Balangoda, Benthota, Vennapua, Pallama and Polonnaruwa areas.
An individual was killed in an accident which occurred in Ratmalavinna on the Badulla-Balangoda main road. The police said the accident occurred when a motorcycle travelling from Badulla to Balangoda crashed into a parked container. The deceased has been identified as 35-year-old Gamini Yahalawela, a resident of the Yahalawela area in Alla Arawa. Meanwhile, another accident occurred near the Kimbulgaha junction on the Vennapua Nikamatipana road when a lorry collided with a bicycle. The cyclist, who was injured in the accident, succumbed to his injuries after being admitted to the Maravilla hospital. The deceased is a 23-year-old youth named Saman Kumara from the Ayagama area in Kalawana. The driver of the lorry is in police custody and is due to be produced before the Maravilla Magistrates Court. An individual was killed in a head-on collision involving a bus and a trishaw in Robolgoda, Benthota. The trishaw driver who was killed in the accident has been identified as 35-year-old Ashoka Kumara, a resident of Duvavatta, Benthota. The driver of the bus has been arrested. Meanwhile, a 40-year-old man residing in Kottamaduwa, Pallama was killed when the bicycle he was riding collided with a motorbike on the Bangadenia Anamaduwa main road in Pallama. The police said the cyclist who was critically injured in the collision succumbed to his injuries at the Chilau hospital. Meanwhile, 2 people were killed today when a trishaw crashed into a tree in Pihitiwaba, Arlagangwila. The police said the victims had met with this fate while returning from a funeral. Police media spokesperson SP Ajit Rohana says that over 600 people have been killed in road accidents in the first 4 months of 2012. On the 1st of April alone, 9 deaths were reported from road accidents. On the 2nd of April, 5 people were killed in road accidents. Meanwhile, over the past 3 days, we have received reports of 4 deaths caused by road accidents. With the number of road accidents increasing daily, the police recently decided to implement a points system for drivers.
Today is the second day of Aurudu Fair 2012, a trade fair that is being held at the Kandy City Centre. News First is the media sponsor of the event, which will continue until the 11th of this month.
A large crowd has flocked to the many stalls that have been set up at the Aurudu Fair 2012 to purchase items required for the Sinhala and Tamil New Year.
We would like to invite everyone to visit this fair and purchase their requirements. We saw how screen tests are being conducted and everyone is involved.
Meanwhile, Kids First together with News First will conduct a contest to select the Singiti Aurudu Kumara and Kumariya tomorrow. On Sunday, News First will team up with Youth First to select the Aurudu Kumara and Kumariya.
A very good evening to you and welcome to Sports First and Primetime News. I'm Nadim Majid. Let's always we start off with a look at the Test match. Sri Lanka will be up against the wall when play resumes tomorrow on the 5th and final day of the second Test against England at the P-3 Oval in Colombo. Now at close of play today, Sri Lanka was 6 wickets down for 218 runs in their second innings, leading England by just 33 runs and only 4 wickets in hand. While victory seems a distant prospect for the hosts, a fantastic spell of spin bowling by Graham Swan has the English finally scenting victory in what has been a long winter.
Prasad, who was sent out.
Earlier, England were bowled out for 460 in their first innings in reply to Sri Lanka's 275. Sri Lanka resumed their second innings on an overnight score of 4 runs for no loss today. Dhammika Prasad opened the batting for Sri Lanka and scored an impressive 34 while Lahiru Tirmana made 11 runs. Tilakaratne Dilshan chipped in with 35 and Kumar Sangakkara, who has had a miserable run in the series so far, disappointed again with only 21. Sri Lankan skipper Mahela Jayawardene and Thilan Samaravira then dug in to make sure the hosts were not completely overwhelmed. The pair added 90 runs for the 5th wicket and Mahela Jayawardene reached his 41st Test 50 in the process. However, Graham Swan gave England their much-needed breakthrough by dismissing Samaravira for 47 and Suraj Randiv 2 deliveries later for a duck. Swan bagged 4 wickets for 82. Sri Lanka lead the visitors by just 33 runs, having posted 218 runs for 6 at stumps.
In more news from the second Test between Sri Lanka and England, Tilakaratne Dilshan has been fined 10% of his match fee for excessive appealing during the third day of the ongoing second Test against England. An ICC statement mentioned that Dilshan appealed for a catch against Jonathan Trott and ran through a celebratory routine before the umpire's decision and then turned around and appealed repeatedly. Match referee Javagal Srinath has said that Dilshan pleaded guilty to the offence and accepted the proposed sanction, so there was no need for a formal hearing. Meanwhile, at the post-play media briefing today, Sri Lankan batsman Tilakaratne Dilshan spoke of his dismissal in the second innings.
I can't control the decisions, whatever the umpires again, we have to expect that decision. But I can suggest one thing: if DRS applied a test cricket or one-day cricket should have a hotspot, then more balance decision go for more correct. Unfortunately, the hotspot is not there. Few decisions very difficult to giving umpires to without hotspot. I feel 100% I didn't edge. That's why I straight away went to the review. But unfortunately, I had to expect whatever umpires give decision. Still, I think we have to bat first session tomorrow. Still one batsman to come. Prasanna is in good form. Mahal in long time in today's these two can bat first session. We can put 130, 140 might be good test match. We can see a good test match tomorrow.
It's a two-test series, and we want to make sure we get something out of this series and go home 1-1. So it's a massive day tomorrow. As I say, get those 4 wickets early and then chase the runs down, hopefully go home 1-1 and leave it to you guys to talk about if we should have played a third.
And finally, in some rugby news, members of the Sri Lanka rugby squad for the upcoming Asian Five Nations Division 1 tournament posed for the official photograph at the Air Force grounds in Ratmalana today.
The Asian Five Nations Division 1 rugby tournament will be held from the 14th to the 22nd of this month in Manila, Philippines. Yoshita Rajapaksa leads the 24-member Sri Lankan squad coached by Englishman Phil Greening. The Sri Lankan squad, which leaves the island next Monday, is set to engage in several training sessions with the Hong Kong team. Sri Lanka's first match in the tournament will be against Chinese Taipei on the 15th of this month.
Well, the stage is set for the grand finale of Yes Superstar Season 2, which will be held at the Stein Studios in Ratmalana tomorrow.
Entertainment first caught up with Shaq, who is the channel head of Yes FM, to find out what this year's final of Yes Superstar has in store for music lovers in Sri Lanka.
Yes Superstar Season 2 began in December 2011 with over 200 applicants from diverse backgrounds and ages auditioning for a place in the competition.
Yes Superstar Season 2, the journey of course has been a very interesting one, especially for us looking out for amateur singers. It's been very rigorous as far as the top 12 is concerned, because they had to go through different types of genres, but it has been a fantastic experience for the contestants. At the same time, it has been a fantastic experience for the guys put it together at Yes FM and at MTV Sports.
The top two finalists of Yes Superstar Season 2, Dulani Ramanathan and Jude Pereira, will sing their hearts out tomorrow to clinch the coveted title.
It's going to be a very interesting show. It's going to be very different compared to the last couple of superstars that we've done, and we're looking, and also I think this is the first time that we've got a guy and a girl competing for the finals, because the last couple of seasons we had two guys. But it's going to be interesting. We've got some very interesting acts also, some of the professional singers coming in.
The grand finale will be telecast from 6 p.m. onwards, live on MTV Sports.
And that's a wrap from all of us here at News First. Don't forget our website, www.newsfirst.lk, for all the stories we aired tonight. I'm Sonali Wanigavadage.
And I'm Shayan Silva. Good night.